Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Central. Apologies for the delay of the video since the last video. In this video, we are going to all over through all the things happened in Phase 4 of Marvel. And spoiler alert, I will be going in deep about explaining everything that happened in every web series or movies of the Phase 4. So, spoiler alert. So let's roll the video. So first up is Vision. Phase 4 started with Vision, and it was a great start. I like this web series a bit and it was very good. It shows how Wanda take over the Westview and bend the reality to have Vision alive. In this web series we also get to see Wanda's and Vision's children, and it was a great for character development and set up the movie Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and it was a very good start, I think. So next up in the Phase 4 is Valkyrie and the Winter Soldier. It started as very good after Steve, who will become the Captain America. Many characters get very good character development like Bucky and Zemo and also Sam. And even the suit of Captain America for Sam Wilson was comically accurate, very accurate. I like that very much, and it also deals with the racism in USA about being Captain America as a black man, and that was a crucial point of it. And next up is Loki. This one was my favorite one because it was very fun to watch, and Loki is a very good character and its development was very good. We also got to see the female version of Loki from different universe, and we are also introduced to Kang and its variants like who he remains, and it opens the gates to the multiverse for MCU, and it is a very good web series at the start of the Phase 4. You know, one of my favorite. So next up is the first movie of the Phase 4, Black Widow. It was not as good as I expected it to be, and I don't know why it just introduced. What for? These were just introduced to show couple of new characters for like Taskmaster and who will be the next Black Widow after Natasha and all of that, but I don't think it is a very impactful movie, and even its graphics and CGI were not so great. But it is still a good movie, but it wasn't like I expected it to be. The problem I see with this movie is like the problem with Wonder Woman movies, because it is set in past and it's not gonna put an big of an impact on it. So that's the problem. Next in the list is What If. It was adapted from the comics of Marvel, which were also What If. It shows how different scenarios of what if it some events that happened would not have happened. It also shows us different kind of heroes like what if Captain Carter was the Captain America and Doctor Strange use all of his power and destroys the universe. We also get to see Zombie Avengers and Black Panther as Star Lord and more and more. It was a good series, but not of my liking. In this series, we get to see what actually exists in the multiverse. Multiverse where everything is different and the scenario changes. So the next movie of the Phase 4 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings. This was a very good movie with a very good character arc for the villain of the father of Shang-Chi. It was very good written. I think even the villain, Shang-Chi's fathers can get his own movie. The way it was written. And even the action was so good. The only problem was it that the last fight where the dragons arrive. I just think it wasn't so important to show dragons and a crazy visual fight. It's not important for every movie. Movie action was great and CGI was also good, and that was a good movie for MCU Phase 4. Next up on the list is The Eternals. I like this movie because like Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 1, it doesn't include characters that have been shown before. Starts with new characters and new story, but the problem with this movie was that it doesn't make sense. The leader of the Eternals says she don't want to destroy this planet because their people have a good harmony. They traveled all the worlds and destroyed many worlds, and still they consider us to be a great one, a chosen one, special. It doesn't make any sense. But I like the risk Marvel taked for making this without any famous characters like they did in Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 1. But it wasn't like that. Next on the list is Hawkeye. And I like this web series because it really shows that Hawkeye is a kind of character that don't get the screen time and value he deserves. Even the web series that shows that nobody gives a fuck about Hawkeye. He's just not a man with a bow and arrow. He's a good character. And we also got to see the new Hawkeye, who's gonna be the new Hawkeye, Kate Bishop and Yelena Belova from Black Widow movie. As she have already taken the job and she wants to kill Hawkeye, Clint Barton, but it was a very good series without action scenes without so much of CGI. You know, next up is Spider-Man No Way Home. 2021 ended with this movie, and this movie was a good deal for both Sony and Marvel. It was a good hit on the cinemas, and it bring back so many old characters, and people wanted to see three Spider-Mans in a movie, and it was a very good movie, I think. And even this is where the multiverse shows universe starts to bend in the main timeline of MCU. Wasn't very sure of what's gonna they do with it, but they did it very good, and it was good. 2022 started with Moon Knight as a series, and it was very good. Its writing was very good. It shows the concept of multiple personality disorder. Even its concept was very good. You will never know what's happening and what's not, what's reality and what's not. Its writing was very good and direction was very good. Its action, it doesn't include very CGI movements, but its action is mainly of hand-to-hand combat, and still it's fine. And even the performance of Oscar Isaac was very good. That's why his name is Oscar. Give it this man an Oscar, man. Next up is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I had very high hopes for this movie, but it disappointed me. We didn't get to see what we wanted to see, and but it tried its best. It's like it's a Doctor Strange movie, but still it feels like a WandaVision movie. It should have been named Wanda in the Multiverse of Madness, but it was just what it was. So after Wanda's depression, she wanted to bring back her child and Vision. So she tries to go in the multiverse and bend the reality. But Doctor Strange tries to prevent it and fights many of his variants. And also we get to see Illuminati from the comics, and Captain Carter as Captain America, and I think it's just tried its best, but it didn't become what it wanted to be. Just the fact that Wanda so easily defeated the members of Illuminati, just I don't feel it was a very good idea. So next up is Miss Marvel. In this web series, we get to see very much of the Pakistan and India's slurs and very much, but idea behind it, I kind of liked it, showing teenagers and what they think of superheroes, the kind of side that everyone wanna be superhero, but when they get the power, there are so many problems with it. The problem I think with this web series is that the main antagonist group doesn't even feel like a antagonist group. They were like nothing like a threat to the main character of ours, but it still just the what I thought of MCU web series at the start of 2022 after Moon Knight. It wasn't like that. It's just evolving backwards. It's downgrading. Next up on the list is Thor: Love and Thunder. The high hopes I had this with movie was very high, and I wanted it to be very good, but it was they made it a joke. It didn't even feel a bit of a seriousness. It didn't have a bit of a seriousness. It was just going and going and going and going. Even the character like God the God Butcher was like, yeah, fuck this character, man. Even Christian Bale acting wasn't able to save this movie. It was very downgrading. In MCU Phase 4, we get to see so much of movies that are just a disappointment. Even characters like they was beaten so easily. It didn't even feel like a threat. They were like just playing and make it for children. They don't think about for make it for a mature audience. Even I likely to see Natalie Portman back to the character and Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. But this movie was just like a joke. So next up is She-Hulk Attorney at Law. It was the last web series of MCU Phase 4, and what a disappointment, man. It just make a joke. It's same as what they did with Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and Thor and Love and Thunder. They don't even take it seriously. And what the hell even was Tatiana? It wasn't even explained. Just they showed good characters like Wong and Daredevil in it, and they expected us to say, "Oh yeah, it's a good web series," but it's not. It don't even take its storyline seriously. It just changes it. The episode where She-Hulk just goes in the Marvel studio, I was like, no man, it's not serious. It's what is it? It's just a joke. Like Thor: Love and Thunder. Even Thor: Love and Thunder looks good in front of it. At the start of 2022, I thought, yeah, man, like Moon Knight, they are going to make good web series, but with this, at the ending, they just make a joke of it. So the last movie of the Phase 4 was Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It was a very good movie. It shows how death can happen anytime. It comes anytime. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. And this movie was very good. It shows an empire without a king. It shows an empire that even with very various people, it's still the same. They want to protect themselves from a threat and they don't have a king. So it's good to see how they hold up, and Shuri becomes the new Black Panther, and Ironheart was also introduced in this movie, and it was a very good movie. Well, though Ironheart was a bit of a disappointment. It looked like a fucking Power Ranger, but still, we got to see in this movie. We also got to see that sometimes Marvel also have their different times. We used to see Marvel's good side, but Marvel also had a downgrade side. But it doesn't matter how you started. All it matters is how you ended it. And Black Panther was a very good movie. Wakanda Forever shows us feelings and new characters and how to deal with this character. It was a very good movie and I definitely recommend it. So guys, after rolling up phase 4 of MCU, thank you for watching. If you are still at the, at the end of the video, if you still at the end of the video, thank you guys, thank you for watching, and please watch more of content and subscribe for more of the content. Thank you guys.